Vogliamo ringraziarvi. Noi siamo Andrea e Sheila, il piccolo sta per arrivare.
So we are Andrea and Sheila and the little guy who's about to arrive, and we want to thank you.
Sì, vogliamo darvi il benvenuto a questo posto che si chiama il Soggiorno.
We want to welcome you to this place that we've named the living room because we wanted to create a space here near the University of Palermo where young people can come and feel like they're really sitting in a living room.
Okay. The pink building over there is the dormitory for students. There are a lot of students sleeping over there, and on that direction there is the university.
We're really happy about how these first few months of ministry have gone, and we're especially happy with how it's gone because we've been able to share the gospel with the young people who have come. It's been really interesting to read the Bible, open the Bible and read it together with young people who might consider themselves to be atheists or agnostic, but be able to look at it together and discuss it. One of the things that we're seeing is that there's really a need for hope and for community, which is why we've named this project Hope Community. We want to ask you to pray with us that a lot more young people will be able to come here. The space isn't huge and there aren't many of us, but there's a huge need because right near here is the University of Palermo, which is made up of 55,000 students.
This is one of the residents for students of this big building.
And so we want to thank you for what you have done and for what you're allowing us to do. Your generosity has made it so that we can just principally focus on how to reach these young people. These are some pictures that we've taken on Thursday nights, which is when we do our group nights. And so it's a mix of just time hanging out, eating appetizers, getting to know each other, or some evenings we will do some kind of a tutorial. So for example, here in these pictures here, one of our guys who studied to be a pastry chef actually showed us how to make tiramisu, which we turned into a competition. And it just kind of turns into a time to be able to get to know each other and have a good time together in a relaxed way. And then after the tutorial, we always kind of gather around and discuss some issue of life and faith and read the Bible a bit, which is what we're doing here in this picture. And so we love being able to open the Bible together just in a very relaxed kind of atmosphere. And we've found that kids have been really receptive to that, just opening the Word and looking at it together. So that's what's happening in these pictures here. These images here make up an outreach activity that was developed by Crew. So basically what you do is there's a series of questions that you work through, and for each question the kids can choose 3 pictures that for them respond to that question. So for example, one of the questions might be, how do you see your life right now? And so they can choose 3 pictures and then describe to you why that describes their life right now. And then obviously the questions gradually lead toward, okay, so what would you like your life to look like? What does your relationship with God look like? What would you like for your relationship with God to look like? But since you have the pictures to work with, the different images, kids tend to be a lot more relaxed in expressing themselves because they can identify with a picture, and the picture helps them understand better what they're trying to say. So it's just an easy kind of an icebreaker, a good conversation piece that works to help kids express themselves a bit on a deeper level. You can especially pray for this campaign, which is called What Are You Looking For? So we're spreading these throughout the whole area, hoping that the young people can go to our Facebook page and in that way find out about us and connect with us. And we also want to thank you because this place is turning out to be a great place to work on training new leaders. And it's so great to see a new generation of young leaders growing together. And we know that the empowerment of young leaders is one of the main areas of focus for Youth for Christ. So we want to ask you to pray for us so that this area that up until now has been known for the mafia and the way that the mafia has influenced the culture here, instead that it can be known for the gospel and for the hope that we find in the gospel. And since it's a really beautiful place, we want to invite you to come see it. The food is really good, and the climate's pretty nice too. So thank you. Continue to pray for us, and if you want to follow along with the activities that we do here, you can go to our Facebook page, which is Hope#community.
Siamo grati a voi e siamo grati a Youth for Christ per tutto questo.
So thank you, and thank you, Youth for Christ.